Hey, traders. Happy Saturday to you. Just going live for a little bit to say hi and to just check on Bitcoin and cryptos, see how it's going. Since you're all worried about it, you're all addicted to this 24/7 market. That's okay, because it's been life-changing for a lot of us to be that way. Okay, so Alabama plays in like 50 minutes, so kind of indifferent. I don't know like how long I'll go, because I kind of want to watch that game for sure to see how they respond after losing last week. And it's also my birthday weekend. It's also my birthday tomorrow, so it's kind of like, want to kind of do things that make, I love streaming. That's showing how much I love streaming, right? By being live on my birthday weekend. So it's like, and might miss some of the game. Anyway, it's just a big part of my life. You can't help that, man. You can't help sometimes what culture you're brought up into, right? And what things you have passions for. You can't help that. So, sorry. Bitcoin's down about $1,000, 1.55%. You hit the inflection point. You up thrusted through it. It is an inflection point because it's a historical swing high. Very undeniable. March 14th, 13th, right? You hit it. You never got a candle close really above it. Not really. That doesn't count. Even if it was $1 above, it doesn't matter. That's like, look at the 1, 2, 3, 4 times.
Could we look at comp? Triple bullish div on the daily RSI.
What's up, Sahir, dude? We'll look at composition, composite, something comp. We'll look at it. Yep, that was it looked pretty good, didn't it? Don't a lot of these altcoins, some of them look really good. Some better than others because some have already really played out like crazy. So I guess we can spend some time today looking at those. Just, it's not like we don't look at them every day, but market always changing, so it's always, continuous technical analysis is always relevant. It's always important because there's always new pieces of data. That wasn't the case before crypto, though. You had Forex that was what not the full weekend. Hex stumping hard. Oh boy, it is down 11.6%. Uh-oh. Distribution happened. I guess that support, when it broke, we knew what was going to happen if it broke. We didn't know if it was going to break, but we knew most likely what would occur. And it's happening, and it's bad, man. While Bitcoin's hitting like, multi-month highs. It was definitely inversing the macro, wasn't it? Doesn't care now. All right, so where could Bitcoin go failing to break that? Good news, I guess, is the fact that we kind of know. I mean, you could always, this asset could always go to 60K and back test that level as support. I think that'll be your first level to test. It looks like you almost tested that already today. I'm just talking about a couple swing highs that go back to the date of March 18th and April 1st. April Fool's Day, right? The canary was born this day right here. Holy crap. And then was resistance, and then at one time in history it was support, April 16th. Wow. So that's real, and it'd be nice to hold that, because if you don't hold it, you could very well be seeing, 58,350 again. So let's see how that real support that's there, let's see if it holds. And we know where it's going. If not, probably much lower. So what a run it's been on. And the good news, like really, really good news, you won't even believe it, there is no buyer exhaustion on the 4-hour. There's only bullish convergence. You made a high on price, you're making a higher high on price, and you're just making higher levels of positive Momo and higher levels of relative strength. That's like really good, man. That means there might be more upside in time. That's it. So that's kind of your update on Bitcoin on the 4-hour anyway. We can go to the daily and weekly. I infused my coffee with espresso today. I just needed it, alright? Still just getting over that junk, the Aggie land sickness. Aggie fever. Unfortunately, they beat my buddy's team today, Missouri. My buddies, Jake and Eddie. They played there. They're part of this community. It's pretty cool. Met them down in Miami. Wonderful people. Alright, so what's happening? Though you did get price action, this is pretty primo right here, chat. Though you got price action above the 88% retrace, the 1.618. Where are we reacting currently? For now, you're reacting at this 618 or 1618 and the 88.6% retrace. Let's go, Michael, dude. Thank you, man. Type in the chat for Michael.
Michael Parker tipped $100. Happy early birthday, brother.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. It's tough, dude, without like, you know, a Facebook telling the whole world that it's your birthday. It's kind of like, how else do people know? Like, I have to like, I'll just say it, you know. That's it. Because I don't have anything. No social media says my birthday, I don't think. So, anyway, these are the areas you could understand where a major reaction could occur. It's the Fibonacci, man. It's not me saying it. It's the literal fib nodes. And you got 2 of them and a resistance. So it's right there. I hope it just gets invalidated. I hope what really happens is maybe you react here for a little while, but there's no seller exhaustion anywhere. Nowhere on a significant time scale are buyers exhausted. So it's like maybe we react here for a little bit, whatever, you pull back, maybe even go to 58.3 again for the testing it for the first time as support. Maybe do that, but then eventually you run and then you hit 113% retrace because this is a shark, right? So a 113% retrace, which is the maximum threshold for a bearish shark, would be around $70,000. I would be totally down with that, wouldn't you? If that happened? Yeah. It's really possible, but just based on the fact that when you're at pattern completion zones of harmonic structures, you really, really want to see the oscillators implying something. Maybe the RSI argument, I don't know. It's really tough to say. I feel like it's completely reset here. I don't think you can call anything bearish divergence right now. So with no formal divergence on the significant timescale oscillators, I'd say like hard to take action for a short, even at these levels. Maybe just doing nothing, not taking an entry. That'd be good, right? Here's your weekly that will be closed in 1 day and 2 hours. And if you don't sell off much more and you stay right around where you are now, it will be the highest weekly candle close of all time. And your RSI still looks brilliant. 65.69, highest level since April. Not on the way down, on the way up. Really good. Gotta love it. So there was another thing that I said, wouldn't these be crazy? You know.
Happy early birthday, brother. Mine is this month too, on the 26th. Can I get a coffee chug spin?
Got a lot of October people, don't we? A coffee chug spin? Sure, dude. Why not, man? I'll chug this if it lands on chug right now. Oh, what's up, big dude? Yeah, it didn't land on chug. You're right, dude. Thank you. Does Bitcoin have 12-hour bearish divergence? Maybe, right? Probably could. But, oh, I was talking about this. I brought this up to patrons. Look how crazy this is, okay? More confluence, like we just did where this asset is right now, the 1.618 and the 886 from its own respective levels. Look at this. Another interesting confluence point. X, A, B, C, and then where's D? Look at that. I mean, would it be fibbing the same way? Low to high. I guess it'd be the same one, but it's like it's like telling you the puzzle piece of the major COVID crash low beginning anchor point, ABCD, and it's like, how do we get there? Another wave structure within the C to D wave. Isn't that crazy? I mean, I think it's pretty cool. I think it's beautiful. It's like art almost, right? So X marks the spot around $87,000, $88,000. With the higher low pivot and the relatively deep retrace, moderately deep retrace. Wow, dude, I just got word from Logan. King Logan, haven't heard from him in months. Wow. Crazy. Crazy stuff happens, man. Cold storage, dude. That's all I can say. Cold storage. Try and do your thing. All right. So, yeah, a lot of October birthdays. I see people in here. Yep. So that's kind of like the consensus. In time, this could take a while, right? This isn't going to happen like overnight at all. This could take months.
Michael Parker tipped $25. Mitch, I stumbled upon some and see a possible short opportunity on the daily. I believe there's a bearish bat that is back testing the D point as resistance, also a bearish abandoned baby yesterday, and maybe a hanging man candlestick on the weekly thoughts.
Dang, dude. So that thing comes supercharged. We'll look at it. Thank you, dude. So we'll bring something up on Bitcoin on the 4-hour that's real that I don't have plotted. Yeah, I guess I do. What it's doing right now locally is it's back testing that old level. Yep. The daily candle high close from March 13th, 14th, whatever. It's back testing it as resistance right now and saying, yep, what was once resistance is currently right now resistance again. So that's kind of like your local price action that's not so great. 12-hour, yeah, there's definitely some bearish divergence developing on the 12-hour, certainly, like without a doubt, right? You got a high, you're making the higher high, extremely lower levels of positive Momo. Your RSI, also in the same situation where you make a high on price and you make the higher high and lower levels while overbought. Yeah, that is it, man. So at the 886, at a 1.618, at an inflection point from March, if on a time scale that's somewhat significant, you're showing bearish divergence, you just can't be surprised if it pulls back here. You can't. This is exactly where reversals occur all the time, traditionally across all markets, over and over and over again, right? So please, everyone that's understanding that's like, hey, we're bullish, we're amazing, doesn't mean you can't have a mild 23 to 38% retrace before going higher again because it's Bitcoin. You got to pay attention, I guess. Oh yeah, Purdue and Iowa, man. Hoping for Iowa to choke. We talked about this literally yesterday, the day before on stream, about the teams when Bama loses and these teams that are never in the top 3 or 4, they'll get it and the next week they choke and they lose. And then Bama's right back in it. And I went into this rant about like people upset about Bama, you know, getting in the playoffs or getting in the title game. And it's like, well, as long as your team stop choking, then Bama doesn't get another chance. But they always do. It's like they can't put together a perfect season and get in the playoffs and keep Bama out. They can't do it. Anyway, so no stone left unturned on Bitcoin. We do have a couple new patrons, yeah. Polly Walnuts joined yesterday, as well as Will E. Thank y'all for joining. Here's just everyone gets the Jesus challenge, right? I guess, right, when they join. So thank y'all. Appreciate it. Let's see where we're at, man. Like, we were so close. Dude, we're at 964 patrons, man. Really sucks, dude. This will be the first month where we're not over 1,000 patrons since December of last year. That's big. So, what are you going to do, man? What are you going to do? Times are tough. But the price is right back where we were when we were at like 1,500 patrons. So, and I don't know, the trade setups are playing out so well. It's unreal. It's so good. Okay, so that was Bitcoin. Too much time on that asset. Now we look at Ethereum that is bearishly engulfing on the 12-hour. Gross. I can imagine you're an 88% retrace from your previous high to low, huh? High to low. Where are you? You know, you could catch a reaction to the 886. You're beginning to bearish divergence, extremely real on the MACD on the 12-hour for now. A lot of downside, right? There's no support here, really, I think, until you get down to like 3620. So Bitcoin wants to go to 58,350. This is exactly where Ethereum's going. Test those levels. That's okay, though. Not really that big a deal. Dude, pullbacks happen, man. You complain how much money did you make in the past few days from just owning this asset and believing that it's going to go up in time because you have a hold account. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, dude. Wow. Chat as lively as ever. So proud of y'all. Y'all are such good chatters. Okay, so bearish engulfing candle, 12-hour. very little support resistance till 35.37 to 3600. So that's like your next inflection point. If a pullback's happening, market participants are probably going to push the price down there to test to see if it's a real support or not. And maybe by then the bearish divergence plays out but underperforms and pivots and runs again after making a higher low, substantially higher low than the low we just created, 3400 October 11th. So that's all we need. That's your Ethereum. 12 hour. 4 hour, it doesn't look as bad. Whoops, duplicated fibs. Yeah, you really can't be too surprised here of a reaction just because Bitcoin's at a level where reactions happen all the time. It's not a big deal. But the trend is too bullish, so that divergence, the things that are bearish on Bitcoin will happen, but they're just not going to be as bad as you think. Right, where you could go back to Bitcoin and you look at some bearish divergence back when Bitcoin was full correction modes. Oh my goodness, man. Right, like way back here in 2018, oh my goodness, there was so much bearish divergence. Look, a high, the slightly higher high, the fib node, the 618, and the previous high up there, 50% anyway. Bearish, it was diverging bearishly. Same thing here, bearish divergence, reversed. It played out. This is how much it played out, right? Like in bear markets, when bearish divergence occurs and then plays out, it'll lose 42% of its value in a short period of time. It'll lose 42% of its value in a short period of time. Let's see. I think that was one time. And then bullish divergence too, though. When bullish divergence presents itself, man, huge markups, right? So then it's like, okay, then you show in bullish conditions, bearish divergence. That was the weekly. So look, you'll show bearish divergence, very clear. A high, a slightly higher high with lower levels of RSI. Moon. Right? A high, a slightly higher high, you sell off, make a higher low. The bearish divergence immediately develops into hidden bullish divergence and you go again, right? I mean, so it's like you have to understand like what trend you're in, and that's going to definitely help you, you know, understand like, hey, is this bearish divergence really going to be that big of a deal here? Well, the question is, are we just going to do a major double top? I just don't think the daily arguments here even close enough. You know, maybe 12 hour, but that's half as significant as the daily. And right? It's 1/14th the strength of the weekly or something like that. I don't know. What's up, long range crypto? Thank you, man, for the birthday wishes. Oh, thank you for the kind words. I don't know about that, dude. It's never been about that, whatever that is. I just like charts, man. Please don't call me an expert or something. Because, like, my friend will do that when he's, like, introducing me to new people. He's like my old boss, and he'd be like, this guy's the Bitcoin expert. I'm like, dude, no, I'm not. I'm just a streamer that likes charts, dude. That's all it's ever been. There are plenty of other people that can say they're experts for me, or like they're the experts. I'll just say, nah, I'm not an expert. I'm just a guy that likes charts. Okay, cool. That's good enough for me. That can be my title. Guy who likes charts. Officer. Awesome. Okay, so yeah. There you go, Egg. What you gonna say, man? What kind of trend we in? So how important is it that bearish divergence gonna be? Yeah, Hex did get wrecked. A Bartley expert. Yeah, pretty much, dude. Hey, that crypto's the Bartley expert. Whoever's making the market wants there to be another excerpt in Scott Carney's book, and it's called The Bartley. Sometimes in crypto market, the Bartley presents itself and plays out literally all the time. Like, oh, sweet Cardano, down 2% today. It's still hanging in there. It's really just cannot, for the life of it, cannot break the old May high at 230. Can't do it. Still wall. Fail, 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 fail. Now, I mean, there's no edge on the daily. Nothing is implying anything on the daily. You did break the supply line. You did present a really nice bullish cipher. But look at the 200 moving average again being rejected, dude. It's super weak. If Bitcoin goes down to like 58.3, I mean, this thing might very well be going back down to 188 again. I mean, the old real levels, support resistance. So yeah, man, it's not like looking too good for Cardano. It's just like consolidation after a dump, right? And then Binance Coin down 2%. Wow. I didn't see that. You don't see this scam wick here. The cool scam wick, I love it because it successfully back tested the old inflection point that goes to April 18th. It was a swing low. It was a swing high, June 4th. And obviously, swing highs, August, September, October. Now, they're all resistance. Maybe it's support again. Dang, dude, this thing got as low as 423. I mean, I'm sure how many countless people got stopped out with this wick here, right? But it's back above the neckline like nothing even happened. And yeah, there's a little bit of bearish divergence you'd think on the RSI here. I just think anything above 430, you have to be bullish on Binance. You can't be worried about anything because if you took the trade setup when it was posted, like the last day or two of September, you've already taken a little profit. You're still in the position, and you're way off the entry. Right, like how far off the entry are you on this asset? You're like 36% off the entry of the trade setup with profit taken already, because you hit the first target of the trade setup, which was the next major level, 430, that it did have trouble with, but finally broke it. And now the next target, the trade's like right around a little over $500, and then the next ones are way up much higher levels. So this is well before the inverse head and shoulders that is real presented itself or developed. That would be amazing. Yeah, to think about it, chat. How cool would that be? That the date of my birthday, Bitcoin paints and the paint dries and it is confirmed on the date of my birthday. The highest weekly candle of all time. That's a pretty incredible birthday present. I didn't even think about it like that. That's a really good way to look at it, Colorado Trader. Such good price action. But remember, I don't know, some people don't know this, but I was born October 17th, 1987. That was a Saturday. You know, that Monday that happened, that came to be, October 19th, 1987, was Black Monday. That was when the stock market crashed. So the first trading day of my entire life was a crash that's in history books. So I thought that is pretty interesting, right? Yeah, Vincent, that'd be such a good present, man. Dude, genius. So yeah, why not just go to Hex? Because market cap, by the way, market wrecked, by the way. You knew if this level broke, there's nothing there but straight up, straight down. Could be continuing straight down here. I mean, there's no formal support really until you get down to, like, I'm telling you, like 20 to 17.5 cents, man. Right? That's the last time any kind of consolidation occurred. Except up here that it couldn't hold the consolidation, right? So, yeah, wedges break out up and down. They don't always break upward. They're bullish inherently, but not always. There's a percentage chance on every falling wedge that it can break down and actually hit measure moves of the structure, which this is pretty close. What's up, Amar? Ahmed. Yeah, we'll look at Dent. Thank you for the 20 pounds, mate. Yeah, so if anyone was literally trying to trade this, they got out real quick.
Glad you're doing well. Clinking bear mugs.
David Bello, thanks for the 30 or 333. Thanks, dude. So it's like you get stopped out, and since getting stopped out, the asset lost another 20% of its value. Guh.
Wait, that kind of looks like a mini Bitcoin chart. This is like the May sell off, but for Hex.
Kinda. Not really, because Bitcoin made a beautiful falling or rising wedge, like in waves. In the end, hindsight, it made the three peaks, and each peak was higher than the other.
When you can.
And the higher lows. This made it the same high, and then started making lower highs. So there was classic distribution going on, but there was also kind of like a wedge being painted. A structure of consolidation was being painted that breaks up or down, and it couldn't hold the support and dumped. So it's like, again, on any given other chart, this could be exactly where someone strategizes along, stop loss and entry, and for take profit way up higher prices, but it dumped this time, so it fails. This is how trades fail. They can play out or they fail. What's up, FD, man? Yeah, VRA, we'll look at it. Thanks for the 15 pounds, mate. What's up? Did you hear? Hey, did you hear? There's rules. Please read them. I'm looking right at it right now. You know, I made it a lot bigger for people like you. Yeah, you can see it. What's up, Smitty, man?
Smitty tipped $25. Happy birthday, Mitch. How about Yo, bro? Lego.
Yes, Smitty. Yell. Incredible. You know, identified by a member of our community because he invested in himself and he took the teachings of the community to heart and put it to practice. And he found Yell. And then it's like, wow, I can't ignore that. That looks incredible. It does. It looks exactly what I look for. And then it's like post it, and then bam! It's crazy, right? The hive mind that's been created here. It's so wonderful. It's why we still have like nearly 1,000 patrons, you know, for almost a year now. Because it's real, man. The things that we look for together as a community play out so often. We get that edge, man. It's greater than coin flip, and that's all we need. Okay, so get wrecked text, unfortunately, and I don't know, 25 cents is psychological. I don't know what's going to happen there. Hopefully it just pivots and rallies, but not really looking good. If anything, there might be another type of harmonic here. We'll see if this, is this a, got a butterfly going on? You're near the PCZ of the butterfly.
Yeah,
I mean, you could be at it.
Sorry, mate. Screen's blurry. Noost.
1618. Oh, well, check your quality. Check the quality of your stream because YouTube's weird. They don't even let you pick which one you want. It'll just randomly pick what it wants. So go up there, check the cog or whatever. Make sure it's 1080p, 60 FPS. So you like, this is still, it's serious. This is real. It's like X, A, B, C, D. 786 on B, lower high on C, and then the 1618 is at 25 cents. It's not really much of a support, but that's all we got, man. It's Fibonacci. Hex's RSI is at its lowest point since September 29th. What was that? Dang. So that's about all we can go by right now. It's dumping, man. So requests on this weekend where Bitcoin's just pulling back a little bit. It's okay. The only people that are worried are the ones that bought recently. Imagine buying Bitcoin at like 61.2 instead of 30K or 40K, both critical levels of support. It's like if you're buying Bitcoin at 60K, you're doing exactly what the market maker composite operator wants, right? Where you're doing literally the inverse of him, where he's buying at supports, scary levels. Sentiment is crap. No one cares. No one even, dude, I'm telling you, the sentiment, even when we were at 40K just 2 weeks ago, the sentiment was bad, man. People were like calling for 20K, 10K. I can't even believe that 10K prediction. Really? How's that going? That's when he acquires his position. How many times does it have to happen? Like the time when people should be in the Patreon, not FOMOing into the Patreon, not FOMOing into Bitcoin. That's when you should be in the Patreon, when there's no hype, when we're at critical supports, when falling wedges are appearing, when some divergence is showing up on altcoins, whatever. It's like a shot-for-shot remake almost from last year, 2020, except for the COVID crash. At least like Q4 or Q3 and Q4 are about almost identical.
Can we check the hidden to regular bullish div on FDM on 4 hours? Also on higher time frames. 4 hours maybe already playing out.
Yeah, dude, for sure. We'll look at it. Let's get to those though. Let's go to comp. First one on the list. Well, that was requested anyway. Comp looks great still. Like it's still unable to break that resistance, but once it breaks, dude, if it can, moon soon. But if not, it could very well go down to 266, 271, and that would be the most strategic entry you would ever get probably on this chart right now. It kind of, in ways, is like Cardano, where it broke out of its consolidation structure, but is just really failing to break a level looking left, like ADA. It's crazy.
Another
it's like
early happy birthday. Thank you for everything. You changed my life. Smile.
Krebs, thanks, man, for the 6-ish super chat. Happy to hear it. Chat, if you're out there and you're just lurking, let me know, man, since it is it's a weekend where I'm turning another year old. I mean, tell me if I affected you negatively or positively. You know, what have you learned here? Like, you invest your time here. I mean, right? A lot of you do every day, every other day when you can. Like, what have you learned? What value has been provided to you from watching this stream or being a part of this community? So all I can tell you about comp, I have no clue, and I never do, and I never will. And anyone claiming that they know certainly that an asset will have enough demand to breach a level where there is a lot of supply, they're lying to you. They don't really know. But there are things that can tell us, yeah, it seems more probable that it would break, but it's not certain at all. Right? If comp breaks 320 to 330, you could go berserk. It could be a headline day. Unbelievable. If it can't break and Bitcoin goes to 58.3, because it's just going to pull back some because it's at those major inflection points, it's not crazy to think that it couldn't do that. It could go down to 271, 266, and you would get a dream entry where it's like there are no questions about it. Wonderful opportunity for the best long ever on comp, right? Type situation. 78% retrace from the previous discernible swing low to major high. That is confluent with the old ice line that is very real back from June, August, and September of 2020, different times. And then look, May of this year, it was support. And then one time, even here, June 23rd, it was a resistance. So it's like that's like, it's almost an M shape, 786. You get it, right? So it's just, it's kind of tough here because you are trapped between two critical levels, but you're hugging against the top of that range. And you just don't know if there's absorption of remaining supply or if there's absorption of remaining demand here, right? There's just not enough buyers to breach this, and the buyers are about to relent and it's about to dump. You don't know. So it's kind of a tricky one on comp, but man, all I know is above 330, moon soon. That's it. Major moon soon. Could be like a super moon soon if 330 breaks bullishly. That's all I can tell you. All right, moving on. What's here?
Hey Mr. Ray, have a great day. Loving being a part of the Patreon, and I'm still grinning from the B and Hex trade tendies from months ago. Thanks for all you do, amigo. Happy birthday weekend to you from Washington State.
Mr. Island, or Mr. Island, thank you for the 4...
Is that a joint?
20, dude. Thank you. Yeah, man. Hex 1.1 cent entry. Everything had played out, but the only chart that really looked like there was opportunity was Hex, because again, everything had mooned. It went and made the A and C's of their harmonics, the huge ones, the 200-day harmonics. They had made those, and it's like, there's no value on this market now. It's over. Like, you missed it. Like, you had your chance in September last year to enter before they went like that. Just like we're seeing now, like September, you had your chance, and now they're starting to play out. But some certainly have not really gone yet. Like comp, we're looking at one that could be poised for major markups if it breaks the resistance. Thanks, dude. Anyway, coffee chug spin. No, hold on. Okay. Let's see. So, ExxonMobil did, right? What's up, Danny Mahan? Rook, yep. ExxonMobil's tough, dude.
Danny Man tipped $26.18. Check out Rook on Daily. Thank you. My entry $100. Everyone smash that like.
Thank you, dude. We will look at Rook. I assure you, we'll look at it. So I don't know, man. You got some issues here. I think got a major level of inflection that goes back to 2005 on ExxonMobil, right? The peak there created first time ever. Then again, Up thrust September 2005. Look, January 2006. Look at this, May 2008. It's steel wall. And then it was like a support one time, right? It was like it came down and like hit like that. You know, it was like support, and then it went monsoon. It went insane. Then kind of pulled a Bitcoin. This is what Bitcoin kind of did here.
Happy birthday, Mitch. Best wishes to you, sir. You're the man.
Thank you, Spin.
Celebratory hands in the air.
Thanks for the 690, dude. Cheers. So then in history, what's up, Meth Man? Just flip the chart. Yeah, I'm getting younger, dude. I don't feel this age. I feel really young. I'm not shaving. I want to shave, man. I don't look like this age, I don't think.
$101.72. Mitch, you are not getting older. Just flip the chart, smile. Have we looked at ICP/USD? Looks like a nice snack. 0.00167178 BTC.
Well, Meth, you know we always look at ICP before Bitcoin every stream. So, yeah, you did miss it. Go back to 5 minutes on stream. You'll find it. Kappa. Just kidding. Of course we haven't looked at ICP. No one's requested that thing in a long time, man. Sure. Thank you, dude, for the $101 of, was it ETH or ET? Oh, BTC. He doesn't even part ways with his Ethereum anymore. I think Meth is an ETC composite operator, but we won't talk about that. Thanks, man. So you see in history that resistance then becomes support for a very long time. And then when you break it, it goes berserk. It goes crazy, like first time anyway. So it's like now here we are. We're back. History repeating itself. You're just at these levels. I mean, if you can ever break $64, I mean, it could go insane again. It could go crazy, like to much higher levels. But like you haven't broken it yet, and you just had a really nice run. And we identified, this was identified, man. Like if you go, this is not like if you're a patron and you're watching and you don't really know how to navigate. And just remember, just type in the ticker. Like, you know, like, oh, Exxon Mobil. I just type in XOM and you just look for what, or you could do by user, right? And this is what was identified on Exxon. It looked like this. This is like all patrons were pinged. It was like this, right? It was a shark at the PCZ, confirming a bottom, springing back, testing the spring, trying to get above the 200-day moving average. It looked pretty good. It wasn't bad after a rising wedge played out. But you were kind of in a long-term uptrend. How it started. How it's going. What did it do, chat? Tell me what this thing did. It went up to the level of inflection. And it's tested it like 3 different times. God. Dude, my throat just dries out. I don't know what causes this, man. It just, your throat, just little parts of your throat just dry, and it just makes you like cough bad. That's your ExxonMobil. What were you talking about, like with it? You know, would you say? Possible short opportunity on the daily. I believe there's bearish bat. There'd be a bearish cipher, bearish shark, right? Look, X, A, B, C. It'd be a shark. And the 886 is perfect because it's right at the inflection point from 2005, right? Not quite there. You're almost there. Right, X, the lower low on C, and we know it's not a cipher because ciphers can only go 1414 to see if it exceeds the 1414. If it exceeds 1414, that's like almost like a signature that it can't be a 786 retrace reversal if you're going by the rules, because only sharks can go to the 1.618 on C. So, okay, below 1414, then closer to the 1618 maybe, then okay, then probably a shark. But yeah, I mean, you're definitely at the local top from March 10th, yes. No edge on the daily. I don't see. Do you? Bearish abandoned baby yesterday. Yeah, that could. It's a potential bearish abandoned baby. You don't have confirmation until we gap down to where the close was on October 14th. That it's a 3 candlestick pattern, not a 2. So you don't know. It could definitely look like an evening star reversal. Sure. Evening star reversal, absolutely. So yeah, like this is the area where it makes sense to maybe, if you're a range bound asset, like thinking about, you know, just shorting here. dang man, Bama game, like it's tough because I'd like it to be the 886 to go short optimally, right? If you could do that, it'd be amazing because then you could have a stop reasonably above that up thrust high from June. And then, yeah, I think your target would just be the gap fill minimum, right? Something like that. Yeah, sure. Because we know if it breaks 63 to 65, $64, it could go insane, man. That's why you have a stop there. It's very important. And who knows if these money printer go burr markets. It's tough, dude. Because the macro is bullish. You're in a long-term, ridiculous, stupid bull run. So you really, when you're talking about shorting, oftentimes you want the macro to be bearish too, and it just keeps making higher lows, higher highs, no matter what. Since COVID, man. So that's the way. Yeah, let's say this isn't ExxonMobil. This is just any chart. Maybe the macro is bearish. You know, this thing can't break it. Yeah, this is how one strategizes a short. Normally on the daily, though, you want some very real bearish divergence here. But yeah, that's astute. Sure. All right, moving on. Next one. Okay, next one for Amar. He wants this one. That looks good. Looks very good. Wow, Amar, dude. So this is the kind of last time we looked at it. We thought maybe a harmonic could be developed if things went bad for Bitcoin. They didn't. So look, Amar, what's happening on this asset, the inflection zone. There was a falling wedge that played out, perfectly exceeded that target of the measure move. You know, it was cool. You know, a lot of Dash did this same thing. But look what's happened. It's sprung and now it's back testing the spring. The inflection point that was once a support is now being confirmed to market participants as support again, potentially, right? That's what it is. It's almost like that same thing across this whole market where you've got this Momo shift where it's lows, lower low, lowest low, all of a sudden higher lows now everywhere. It's kind of going on. You could also probably be like this. You broke a supply line and now you're back testing the supply line at the same time as support. That's really good. So look at that confluence right there. Dude, oh my God. All right, so it's like, that's really strong. When you have converging trend lines from supply lines and ice lines at the same time, that's really good. So all I can tell you is 4.7 to 0.5 cents is bullish as F. Upside potential could take you to 1 to 1.1 cents eventually. That's it. Kind of tough though. 200-day moving average, really tough. Bitcoin pulls back, you're going straight back down to 4.7 cents. But yes, this is in a very good position for major upside if the macro holds up. Bitcoin dictates everything, chat. So you just got to hope if you're placing your bet on this one with a stop marginally below that inflection zone, that Bitcoin doesn't roll over and go way down to like 58.3, because this probably would fail then. But if Bitcoin holds and starts rallying again and goes to all-time highs like tomorrow and next week, this thing will probably hold and go to those levels up there. A very, very good chart. Very good requests because of what's happening on it. These are like high-quality requests. When someone tips and they've identified multiple breakouts, not just supply lines, but ice lines, and they're successful back tests for now, that's really good. Like, assets do this on traditional markets before they mark up. This is similar stuff. Now, in the 4 hour, it could come in double bottom again. At this level, you have to zoom in and see. Let's go to the 4 hour. All right, it could come down again, make a mini harmonic here, and be a second test of that zone of inflection, right? And so I'm just talking about like, things go bad for Bitcoin, not very good, and alts sell off bad, you know. Look at that. You could get yourself like a freaking Gartley. But see, if you get a Gartley, you get a 618 right here. 65 retrace on B. It's like you'd have to make 100% retrace, but like an M shape could form here, and that would be probably a strategic entry. But at this thing, anything above 0.5 cents, you have to say it's bullish. It has to be bullish until it breaks that. Okay, but then if it breaks it, then it can create another nice M shape down here at like 0.4 cents. Anyway, so that's it. Next one was Veracity. Wow, dude. Want to talk about a bullish 5.0 in the end. It reversed perfectly the 886. You know, Bitcoin, if you look at this chart, hey man, that's the Bitcoin, wait, right here. Hey man, that's the Bitcoin chart, right? This is, you're looking at Bitcoin on the daily, right? No, we're looking at an altcoin. And Bitcoin's at its 886 right now. And then this happened to Veracity. It lost 50 to 61% of its value before rallying again. Yeah, it's like Ethereum, you know. So I'm just saying. Nice bounce at a major inflection point. Look at this. I mean, it's undeniable. Right? The high from June 1st and I'm sorry, and the high from March and then lows from April. That's where it held and rallied. It had its own inflection point, just like Bitcoin did at 40K. Nice run since then, and you know, you're at levels certainly where it's like, oh, a head and shoulders developing here, but it hasn't broken a neckline. The neckline would be like this, and this could be like DOT almost, right? DOT was much larger pattern. Let's say it can't break the neckline. If it fails to break the neckline long enough, it'll eventually do this. Go to the 1272, 1414, 1618. That'll happen. But right now, yeah, look, you're right below your all-time high from April. If you break that, I mean, you could go to the 1272, no problem. But this is not a value trade. This is like a momentum. It's a momentum play, possibly. And I don't know. Like, there's definitely some form of hidden bullish divergence going on, but you've just got selling and a buy wall. So if this remains bullish, this will never break and it will continue upward. But again, like that's how you'd strategize. I don't think you would want anything to do with this asset below 4.8 cents. It's just, there's a lot of support. There should be a lot of support here for it to hold. You just don't know. Okay, so it's not like, hey, oh my God, dude, it's actionable right now. I'm going to make a trade setup right now on stream. It's not like that. But I could understand how someone could roll the dice on this one, and it's kind of near levels that it's broken and it's holding above. But you do see the left shoulder head, right shoulder neckline. So potential bearish structure, but in bullish, very bullish trend. So it could very well fail, and you could continue upward to 6.9, 7.6, or 8.6 cents for your fib extensions. Okay, nah. Let's see here. Next request. Oh, it's Yell stock. That is beautiful. Dude, Oleski, I'm in the chat. Let's go.
Happy upcoming birthday. I learned a lot because of you and the Patreons and the community you created. Thank you.
Oleski, thanks, man, for the 100. Yeah, dude. It's really cool. You know, give a man a fish, he can eat for a day. Give a man a fishing pole, he can eat for his whole life. But then when you give a lot of people a lot of fishing poles, they want to stick around and go fishing with you all the time. And it's really fun. Like, oh my God, it's a dream, dude. We've started our own fishing expedition team, right? Like Forrest Gump did with shrimp, we did it with fishing, but for charts. It's wonderful. Never had to worry about money again. So here's your Yell. This is a trade setup. Beautiful identification of the structure by 5150. And credit where credit's due. I mean, it's incredible. It's like, here's the publication that was posted October 4th. I think it was probably the most optimum entry because, you know, before that, I don't think you could have established a confirmation low until this day, because it was just maybe like a day before, but like it was in the zone of inflection from history. It was good, man. It was real good. Look at the hidden bullish divergence. But no, it really wasn't actually hidden divergence. It was more like convergence maybe on the RSI. Anyway. All right, first target, 855. Boom. From entry, what is it up? From entry, this asset is up. Oh, it's only up 35% in less than 2 weeks. That's like crypto gain levels on a stonk. Yeah. Never had to worry about fiat again. Exactly. Exactly. And it was all because
I just felt like streaming.
Beautiful. All right, Bama's starting the game. So you understand each minute that goes by is tough for me because I was born and raised in this culture and can't help it. And you have to be empathetic of that. If you can't understand it, use empathy. Understand advanced organizations and how it works. And how when you're a child in your formative years, things like have an everlasting effect on you that you can't change. Okay, so that's Yell. You know, that's from Smitty. Oh, okay. Did you hear? I got you. Next one. That really is not a good request. I appreciate the contribution. I love it, man. I'm so grateful. Always. But it's like not about the money, dude. It's about you showing to me how hard you're investing in yourself by requesting an asset that is showing everything that we look for. This at one point was very good. This is a unique chart. It looked very different with its structure of the descending broadening wedge. It broke out, held it, had done nothing for months, then made a higher low. Looked like what was it? Keep locally before it mooned. And now you're just like at Rudy Poo levels where, of course, exit now, anytime now. One just gained 300% value plus in a day or two. Yep, a 1.618 fib extension. I'm sure it could keep going. Great, but that's not what's taught here. What's taught here is taking entries at levels that are reasonable, and then if they ever do this, yep, you're out. One's out, and then we just move on, right? I mean, you can hold a little bit, but dude, you ready to lose 7% of your value? Well, I think we had a conversation about this the other day on OHM. Anyone remember this? Dude, this analysis was so nuts, man. Like, we should do a hindsight on this because someone timestamped it. The 88% retrace. I even said, do not be surprised that this asset, you wake up, it's down 60%. It went down like 55+%. And it's still dumping, dude. Yeah, 88% retrace. That's where assets reverse. And someone was asking about this, what, Nush or Nuck or something like that. I can't remember the name, but he kept asking about it. And it's like, anytime now, anytime to take profit. If you don't take profit now, when would you take profit after this run? You never would. And you're not a trader. You're not trading because you're being presented with a strategic level to exit your position or to get out. And you're just going to hold it for what? Because you believe in the project. There's no like fundamental backing on any of these coins, dude. It's a trader's market. Like all these altcoins that are minting right now, they'll eventually lose 90% of their value again because they always do, literally always. But then after 90% losses, they'll pivot, present an edge, huge M-shaped formation that lasts almost a year, and then they'll run again and they might make higher highs or not. It was Notch. Yeah. There you go. Next one. Go for egg. Up 11% right now. Well, what we identified was a very, very bullish consolidation structure at an ice line. We didn't know it was going to hold. And now you got a huge engulfing candle. A bullish engulfing candle on the daily is developing after some bearish divergence. More like class C bearish divergence. So it wasn't impending price action reversal. This meant stagnation and momentum. RSI was definitely bearishly diverging, but this trend is insane, man. This one's doing really well. Let's go to the 4 hour, but it's even more pretty. Yeah, it's beautiful, right? What was once a resistance from September 9th became support. Look at this. Look at the freaking oscillator, dude. Look at this MACD 3 times. Low, lower low, slightly lower low.
Been following you since the beginning. Anyway, we could check out Coty.
Yeah, Curori Crypto, thank you for the 20. And thank you for sticking around. Hopefully I've been able to continuously provide value in your life, and that's why you're sticking around. Because you're certainly not here because of my looks, right? Okay, so I mean, like, isn't that what you want to see an asset do? You want to see an asset back test the level that was once resistance as support and then show levels of exhaustion on some time scale. And it did it, and it's bouncing, and it has not broken out of this structure. It could run up, hit the supply line, and sell it again. But if it does break out, You can just do a measured move here. This could continue it on to much, much higher insane levels, right? Sure. But the structure from the breakout, you just want a standard, traditional target, wherever it breaks out from. You know, target for if it broke out there later, $2.63, all-time highs, and probably would go higher. Yeah, I think you'd be looking for old level Fibonacci, right? I think we would be measuring, I think it already hit the 1272 and pulled back, right? From your high to your low, you hit the 1.414. So the target is exceeding the 1.618. So that's like fine, right? But if it ever broke that, you know, the 2618 is 356 on FTM. And I don't know, there are newer coins that were not part of the 2017, 2018 cycle, you know, the buying climax, the correction, all that stuff before it. This is a newer one, Phantom, and it has been catching lots of bids, and I think it might be like bigger names like the billionaires, the smart money that's in here. They love the project and they're putting crap loads of money in. I don't know. Some are just outperforming others. It's like the FTM, and then like what's the other F one that keep FIL, like those ones, man, like all the time. It's like, huh, this thing's up 10+% today. How many times, you know?
Mitch, I'm new to the channel today. I'm loving the vibe. Can you take a look at UXD/USD? I'm learning to fish.
Skylar, thanks for the 20 and thanks for watching. How did you find the channel? If you don't mind me asking, just always curious, because you never know. YouTube algos always change, and I feel like I've been stunted for a long time. So thank you. It's always good. If you're new, thanks for letting me know. It's always good to just know hey, there's still people finding me today, and I've been doing this 4 years, right? So we will look at OXT. We looked at it yesterday. I mean, there are multiple ones that kind of look a little toppy. Some already played out. Some are like, oh, hit targets. They could top out, but not if Bitcoin doesn't. If Bitcoin keeps going, I don't think they're topping out. If they do top out, they sell off, and what are they going to do? They're going to make a higher low than the previous low and go again. We're in an uptrend, man. We're in a midterm, long-term uptrend. Short-term uptrend too now. Like we were in a short-term, midterm downtrend for a while, most of the summer, and no trend too, kind of, right? Bitcoin was in a big old no trend all summer. Anyway, this is FTM. It looks exceptional. I mean, it's like what a freaking textbook bullish consolidation structure after successfully backtesting old all-time highs as support. This is, I mean, for now, pretty freaking good. It could continue. All right, that's FTM. Egg. What did you say? There's hidden to regular bullish divergence. Yep. Okay. Yep. See, I didn't even read what you said. You saw higher time frames, 4 hours already playing out. Yeah. What about the daily? All daily we already looked at. Again, we already looked at this. Nah, there's no edge on the daily. Maybe the 12 hour or something. 12 hours just more like convergence to class C hidden bullish divergence, where you make a substantially higher low, but then you make the same oscillator size, right, on the islands. Yeah, I don't know if you could. Maybe the RSI. No, see, it would just be bullish convergence. There's not much of an edge, but they're still good. That when you say bullish convergence, maybe it's not an edge per se, but it's still bullish. It's still a good thing. Bullish convergence in a bull trend after successful backtest. Look at the 12-hour bullish engulfing candle at this level. You know, that's pretty freaking good, man. So I would not. It looks great, man. It's a good asset. The momentum is very strong on this one, and this is a momentum-driven asset class. Wow. All right, next one that was on the list is Rook. I think we looked at this maybe in the past week or two. Oh, it's an S coin. I thought it was a stonk. Do you give me an exchange? Nah. I guess this one's fine. Well, this one was good, and now it's over. I mean, I'm saying it was good in many ways. I haven't been on this one, so you look at this asset, and it's like, okay, maybe we'll go the daily. So we got some really nice discernible swing high, swing lows. All right, this is perfect, right? It did exactly what every other asset did across this effing market, dude. What did it do? Had a crazy run. Attempted rallies, sucked, lower highs, and then what did it do? Lost 88 to 90% of its value over and over and over. They all do it.
I found the channel from a fortune cookie recommendation.
Yeah? Fortune cookie. But you're an egg, man. Eggs can't read fortune cookies. What are you doing? You can't even open a fortune cookie. You're fake news. Eggs don't have hands. All right. Some of them did that. They went too deep, but it's still an M shape. You don't have to call this anything. Look, 88% retrace, right? That's exactly where it is. There's also an inflection point that goes back to November of 2020. That is above right now. Look, it's been support before. Not much, no edge really. Well, maybe. Like, yeah, look at that. A low on price, the exact same low. That's extreme bullish divergence, Class B. Impending price action reversal. You're getting it. Look what it did today. Ran up all the way to 218. Pulled back, probably with Bitcoin. But anything on the daily on Rook, anything above 150 is bullish as F. You have, that's like the breaking point. Look, resistance for the first time ever in November of 2020. Support, January 12th. Look, support, May 27th. Support, August 28th. If you're above that, you run the chance of going berserk. I think, look, I mean, the high, right? And the next inflection point was tested. Once you break this, you go to the next level and you pull back. So look at this. Look at this local harmonic. This is what we always want to see. This is the Jesus stuff, man. When you create a huge 200-day, 300-day M shape, and then when you consolidate, you create another major M shape that takes you to a deep retrace. Look at this. It's a shark, man. It's like a bullish shark that's confirming a bottom. It's the type 2 return, and this is hindsight a little bit, but what do you want me to do? No one ever asked about Rook. It's an S coin. I thought it was a stock. Okay, so you know, if someone was requesting this yesterday, I'd have done this exact same thing, and it just wouldn't have marked up yet, and now would have marked out. It made me look really smart, but this is the same thing that we look at every single time. We're looking for this exact same stuff. This is beautiful. So where it is right now, it's up 12%. Sucks that it's up so much, but if you're above 150, you have to be bullish. You are bullish. You have to be bullish above 150. Where 222 is the next target. Above that, wow, could go. I mean, you got to regard like the high from September 6th of like 278 to almost $300. So you get what I'm saying, man. Where are these swing highs? Like that's a level, you know, multiple times you tested it, 427, but then dude, 550, 548. Yeah, man, you get what I'm saying. This is like something on the daily where if one took a long on this, they would stay long for maybe a month or two, maybe even more. And eventually this asset would probably, if the Bitcoin uptrend continued, the cycle continued, this would probably eventually see 427 to 550. It just might take a couple months. You understand? These are low risk areas even today. Like, dude, yesterday it was unreal, actionable for a trade setup. But today, yeah, it's still the upside potential. I'm thinking in time, over a month or two, could be like 164 to 240% upside in time. What's up, Star Nation? Thanks, man. All right, next request. Gotta move on, dude. Bama's playing right now in freaking Starkville. Okay. Yeah, looks really good kind of right now. Wow, dude. Oh my god. ICP actually looks okay. Yeah. It's like 786. It's like a cipher. It's like a bullish cipher at the pattern completion zone confirming its bottom, isn't it? I mean, maybe I'm crazy here. It's kind of perfect there. 786. I mean, reaction low, reversal low occurring. I mean, now Bitcoin rolls over, it's going to the 886, like undeniably. But if Bitcoin's not done, this could be bottoming out. Dude, this is what I love. Okay, this is certainly a bad action magnet move confirmation on the RSI on the 4 hour. This is exactly what Scott Carney talks about. Type 1 return, type 2 return, and you're showing bullish divergence and the BAMM confirmation on the RSI. This is incredible. This, like, history has made me not like the 786 anymore because of how often the 886 gets tapped and touched. But dude, this could be a bottom. Look at this. This is perfect, chat. I mean, We're going by the rules too. The Fibonacci rules for harmonics, and this is it, man. PCZ, this is like where the second low confirms, and then this happens eventually. Yeah, this is like trade setup stuff. Yep. Hey, we can play the cipher. We can post a cipher because they're so rare now, right? Oh, a new set. It's pretty good, man. Dang. You seeing this? Wow, daily bullish divergence. Jesus, dude.
IOTA 4 hours looks like it's about to pop any minute. Can we check?
Sure, egg, dude. All right, so this is like, yep, we got to do this, man. You just got to give me a second. It's worth a shot. I mean, because the daily is now telling us that sellers are also exhausted, right? Go to this more significant time scales. What will be the target? I just want to stop like reasonably, just quite a little bit below the second and first bottom. Dang, I can't take profit. I mean, right there, 3 to 1 is like right at that inflection point from June 15th. But if we're playing the Casey Stubbs, targeting, the aggressive targeting way, right? 4 to 1 and 5.4 to 1, and a third target would be way up there. That'd be okay. Yep, it's really going. This is this harmonic is ushering in an extreme reversal. We've seen it. We've had countless successful trade setups where they've dumped like this, and then all this happens. I'm telling you, dude, just it does suck because it's not the 886. That's what I wish it was doing. If it was the 886, I would be way more confident. But this is the way you size up a bullish cipher that is textbook. Okay. Right there. Get it? Everyone understand why? Understand why? Multiple time scales are giving us bullish divergence. So it's harmonic, technical indicators. Kind of chart patterns. I mean, almost chart patterns, right? Wonderful request. So educational, right? Super educational. And before 100 people check the publication over a week and it plays out and no one cares. Yep. All right. Next one. Someone let me know if Bama scores. Good one, Meth, man. What are you talking about, Michael Parker? What about X on April 2019? What does that mean? I don't understand. Next request, though. Because I think that was a request, but I don't even know what that means. So you gotta tell me to. Yeah, Cody was another one where it's just like, yeah, it's attempting to hold an old level, August 26th. Bama strikes, Bama touchdown. I missed it, chat. I'm missing my team play. Sacrilege. So there's a level here. A candle high close back from March 7th, March 17th, August 25th. Let's try to hold that.
Thank you for the stream. Looks like bullish dip played out on daily TF. I'm not sure if it is now a double bottom.
What's up, Tom, dude? Thanks for the 20. Yeah, we'll look at Nano. What's wrong with me? It's almost like a shark with a confirmation low. All right, let's look here. Just think, open-minded thinking here, okay? It's a shark. And then 113% retrace. Or it was close. It was an 886, really. It's like 886 to 100%. Okay, fine. So whatever, a 96% retrace. But then it's like this. It's like one time, and then a second time. Man, getting another confirmation low here, aren't we? These altcoins, dude. One time, second. This is nothing like ICP. This is almost like a descending triangle. We got a buy wall and distribution going on. But if 50 cents, 49 cents can hold, this is exactly where it would continue up. you just don't know if it's going to hold or not. Like, it's not doing a very good, it's holding, but it's not doing a very good job catching bids after it holds, especially at the second time. So it's just like, I mean, that's how you could look at Cody. If this holds, if it doesn't, I think it's going down to probably like 42 cent levels. So you just pray that this is your cutoff. You want nothing to do with Cody below 49 cents. That's it. We don't know if it's going to hold or not, but it's okay. It's trying to confirm a bottom here. It's almost like another, look at this, it's like another shark. It's another shark. How cute that is. Wow, shark on shark behavior. Oh yeah, I need to cut them off, I guess. That'd be more of a party stream, less of a business stream. This is my own fault. Let's see. Next one was OXT for our new viewer, new friend. Yeah, this one was, it already blew up. But isn't it crazy, chat, how it all started for OXT was it lost 100% of its value. And look at it. It's just continuously making higher highs, higher lows. It hit an inflection point, 53 to 56 cents. Couldn't break it. And look, it's in the dead middle of a range. So there's no action to take on this asset. Nothing, dude. There was... Oh yeah, this one was like, there just wasn't too much of a strategy to take on this one for the pump, you know, but definitely a profit taking level. Like, this is very real resistance and it reversed there. So that's cool. But yeah, if you're in the dead middle of two inflection points, you can't take action on it. There's nothing to do on this one, unfortunately. The only time to be like looking at it was like maybe down in July. September it was nice, but it didn't really show an edge. It wasn't really, didn't go deep enough for a standard harmonic. It was just kind of tough on this one. So yeah, OXT, nah. No, I've not gone to Vegas recently. Okay, IOTA. IOTA, that was a trade setup that played out, at least at one target. It's hidden divergence into now bullish divergence. Hidden bullish divergence into classic bullish divergence developing. I don't know, getting ready to pump, man. It's like below the 200 moving average on the 4 hour. Anything above 121 is bullish. Yep, that's it. Anything above 121, you're bullish. The first target of the trade setup was 156, and one would still be in this, waiting for the next targets. Try to bring it up real quick so you can see the thought process on why it was posted as a long. Clearly, you saw the momentum shifting structure at the inflection point and hidden bullish divergence to boot on the MACD. All right, that was it. So it was like first target, duh, 156, because look left far enough, you'll find it. Stop loss just marginally below that low. The low that was being established. It's like, okay, boom, there it is. First target. So yeah, you're getting near entry again. That's what happens. People take profit at profit taking levels, but eventually it'll make a higher low than previous low and then run again, hit second, third targets. That's it. That's IOTA. Cool. So I don't know about ready to moon, but I get you. There's some classic divergence maybe holding on. Yeah, I mean, again, one's still in this if they're trading it. They're still on, but they've taken just a little off the table for that trade. All right, next one. Nano, that actually has been looking really good. Really, really, really good lately. I mean, this was incredible. I mean, it did the thing, right? It did the bullish cipher, reaction low, reversal low, rallied, and is now trying that same old momentum shifting behavior. Anything above 520 is bullish as F. Anything above this first high from January 8th is the level. That's, you got to be bullish there, okay? Below that, I don't know, man. You could start making that inverse head and shoulders. I thought it already was. Yeah, look, man, left shoulder, head, right shoulder is being developed right now. Okay, you just got to kind of look at it like this. It reminds me of like Binance. There are multiple ones that are doing it, right? Like this, right? You got this going on. It's trying to hold a support, and if it holds long enough, the target certainly is 746. Most of the time, the asset goes up to those levels once it breaks this level. All right, there's a lot of straight up, straight down, 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 right? Eventually, the target on Nano above 520 is 746. And you know why? Because history told us that's what it normally does. Okay, not me, it's history. I'm just telling you what history's showing us in the chart. That's it. Okay. There you go. That's your nano. That was the last request too. So I'm gonna go watch Bama beat. Oh, so someone wants to see corn. You literally want to see corn. Yep. The corn fund, or you want to see corn to tether. What kind of corn? Yeah, major consolidation on corn on at least this. We can look at corn futures, and that's where you want to be looking at all assets, okay? Corn futures, that's where liquidity is. That's where people are trading. This is so illiquid, man. Corn, 144K volume. It does look like it's consolidating bullishly as F. I mean, it looks like descending triangles in development, but if it holds, it could rally. Oh, did Iowa? I have not gotten any alerts. I've set it up to where it alerts me about Iowa. No one scored? Which one is corn futures again? Oh, ZC. Yep, hold on. This is what you want to look at. Yes. Corn futures, incredible. Corn could be springing. Bullish shark. This thing got devastated. Yeah, look at this. It's trying to get back above the high from May of 2014. Yep. If it can get above that and hold above it. Oh yeah, some bullish convergence going on. Pretty nice. Anything above 522 could be very, very good for corn futures. You stay above this long enough, I think you could run all the way back up to much higher prices. It's just, look, I mean, there's just not much price action till, you know, 666 on corn futures. So above this level, I mean, you got a lot of upside potentially if it pivots. I don't know if we got any kind of structure here. Maybe. Oh, look at that. Whoa. Look at corn futures, chat. After that gap down. Whoa, corn futures looking like a snack maybe. Above an inflection point and that falling wedge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touches. Now you have a confirmed falling wedge pattern on the daily. Yes, anything above 522 could be very good for a lot more upside. Corn futures, boom. Okay. It's corn. Yeah, we'll look at it. So here's Bitcoin showing an indecision candle after a massive pump yesterday, down about 723, only down 1%. It's okay, man. It's at levels where we know it's reasonable for maybe a small pullback, but we would be extremely excited if it continued upward because we're not shorting it because there's no argument on the oscillators. Nothing implies strong enough that this is where it's gonna reverse. The weekly is showing extreme strength, stupid strength, monthly too. Daily, no bearish divergence. Okay, the 12-hour. Okay, so what are you going to ignore all the other way more significant time scales just because it's 12-hour? Yeah, 12-hour. It ushers it in. It runs back to 58.4 or something, and pivots up here and runs again. Dude, you have to be bullish on Bitcoin right now. Like even at these levels, you got to know why it could pull back here. You know, reverse a little while, consolidate. But at the same time, there's not enough of an edge to even say that it's going to be anything significant. There's okay, significant pullback, nah. Mild, very, very shallow retrace, maybe just because where we are, resistance, fib nodes, fib extensions, all that, okay. But we're thinking eventually the weekly tells us what we need to know, and it's right here. It's the major ABCD pattern. The stage is set on the RSI to go to $87,000, $88,000. A is the COVID crash low. B is all-time highs. C is the correction we saw this summer, and D will be later this quarter, maybe Christmas or January of next year, 88K. What's up, Egg? I don't know, man. Remember that time I was trying to watch a football game? What do you want? 4-hour divergence? I mean, whatever, dude. Tweezer top on the weekly. Gross. I mean, sure, dude. One is trying to test old all-time highs as support right now, but it's like high, higher high, lower high, lower high, lower high. It's like descending triangle behavior where if it holds 20 cents, moon soon. If it doesn't, it's probably going down to 15 cents. Okay, that's it. Like we don't know because the support is holding here. And if it holds long enough, this would happen. If it breaks, this happens. It's pretty simple. So it's at an area where if one wanted to take a long on a busted head and shoulders descending triangle, this is where they long, the lowest risk areas for that. Just make sure one would be having a stop loss below 20 cents because we know it's going down 25 plus more percent if it doesn't hold. Okay, that's one. Okay, Harmony coin. Iowa lost. There you go. See, the pretender, yeah, Bama loses, and then all these teams like, whoa, dude, we've never been here before because Bama's always there. And the next week they lose. Remember in 2011, Bama lost to LSU, and then Oklahoma State becomes number 2. USC's like 3. Kansas State becomes number 1. They all lose the next week. In the next 2 weeks, it's like Bama's back to number 2 again. It's like you all choked again. So you can talk crap about Bama busting a 100 game win streak against unranked opponents, which is by far the record. No one will probably ever do that again anytime soon. The last one before that was like Miami, and it was like 57. What a joke. Like, Bama shattered it. You know, we'll lose a game. But it happens, man. Everyone plays Bama harder than they'll ever play your team. Bama's just got a target on their back, man. People, because they know, like, they beat Bama, they can tell their grandkids about it. Okay, anyway, so that was the last one. Last request. Bitcoin's looking fine at 61K. Back testing 60,000. Just that little local high from March and April tested as support for the first time, literally ever. Okay, that's never been a support since Bitcoin's existed. It's now today for the first time actually a support. So hopefully it holds and we just moon again and go to 113% retrace at 70K. Beautiful. That'd be wonderful. Okay. All right. So I'm going to enjoy the birthday weekend. Tomorrow is my birthday. So I'll be live for the weekly candle close. I'll try anyway. And we'll just go from there. So pay attention. Some things look better than others. ICP looks, wow. I can't believe how good ICP looks right here. Daily and 4-hour bullish divergence, unreal. So thanks for the likes, love, support, contributions, everything in between. Freaking love y'all. Till next time, respect the T, A, and roll tide.
I'm a robot. I like robots. I have a robot vagina.
And then, just like that,
Adios, turd nuggets.